Hey everybody, thank you for taking the time to visit this channel, and let's get straight into this story. So now, this is amazing right here. This just came across my freaking computer board. As you know, I love news and I like to deliver it to you guys in this manner, but let's get straight into this. Our news article coming straight out of Yahoo News. Now, this is going to be really important. This is going to just blow your mind for anybody that's interested into the scientific aspects of things. This is going to blow your mind, but let's get straight into this. The family of Henrietta Lacks, who's stolen, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, whose stolen cancer cells changed medicine and settles lawsuit. What? Let's get straight out of this. The announcement of the settlement comes on what would have been Lacks' 103rd birthday. This is where it gets crazy. And I'm going to highlight this. The family of Henrietta Lacks, whose cells, known as HeLa cells, were stolen. Keywords. People, listen to this. She's a black African lady, too, and point that out. That'll be for another video. You ladies have something, man. Has reached a settlement with Thermo Fisher Scientific, a biotech company. We're going to be looking to that company a bit later, too. The announcement was made Tuesday and would have been Lacks' 103rd birthday. The original lawsuit was filed in 2021, and the family decided not to disclose the details of the agreement. The parties are pleased that they were able to find a way to resolve this matter outside of court. We'll have no further comments about the settlement. Now, we'll be showing you a video about them saying that they finished everything and they actually got all this right, because for 70 years, ladies and gentlemen, this company harvested this lady's cells and had scientific breakthroughs because of this lady's cells. This is about to get crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna skip down a little bit and go straight into her. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Lacks cells were the first cells to multiply outside of the body, and her unknown contribution to medicine played a vital role in the polio vaccine. No one told me that this lady's cells help with the polio vaccine, cloning, in vitro fertilization, gene mapping, and much more. I'm not surprised at all that it was a strong, and I'm going to say this too, with so much respect, strong black woman who would be able to have cells strong enough that would be generate outside the human body, Crump said in the presser in June. Now, I'm just going to stop right there, ladies and gentlemen. This lady's cells that they stolen, remember, I'm going back right up here. I'm going right back here. Were stolen and harvested without her consent. In 1950, this lady's cells helped with the polio vaccine, cloning, in vitro fertilization, gene mapping, and much more. I mean, like, this is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I've never heard this in my life. This is coming straight news right now. This is me just surfing the web. You know me, I like to stay up with my information and do my research, but reading this just blew my mind. This just blew my mind. Let me continue just a little bit more, and I'm going to show you guys the video. There are segregated cells. Glenn Jarvik, professor of the medical genetics at the University of Washington, told Yahoo News, adding that they were historic because they were the first cells to be culturable, in other words, to be kept alive. Ladies and gentlemen, a year after her cells were taken, Lacks died from a cervical cancer at the age of 31. But over the past 7 decades, her cells have continued to multiply and impact healthcare. The same aggressiveness in which the cancer killed Henrietta Lacks made these cells easier to grow in a culture situation. So pretty much her ecosystem, her biomagic, and just her body chemistry all contributed to these cells to be this strong and aggressive. A black lady. Every 24 hours, cells regenerate, according to Crump, and they have contributed to research for drugs used to treat cancer, HIV, hemophilia, leukemia, and Parkinson's disease? This is, yo, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just finding this out too. That's why my eyes were wide open, man. This is crazy in this sense. Henrietta Lacks' life, death, and body cell stories has affected just about every person on the planet since the 1950s. If you have ever taken medication or had a vaccination, a treatment for cancer, IVF, HIV, just about anything, really, it has been tested on Henrietta's cells. Mojisola Adebayo, I butchered the name, but I apologize, who wrote Family Tree, a play honoring Lacks, told BBC News. I'm stopping right there, ladies and gentlemen. This is crazy. Right here, here's the family right here. Civil rights attorney, Beach Center, with the lawyer Chris Seeger, right, and the members of the Lacks family at the news conference. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. And I know I'd said we're going to see the video. We're going to see the video because that's when I first got introduced to this story. But I want to look into her real quick. Wikipedia, do your research, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Let's say we don't believe the article. Here it is right here. Henrietta Lacks, born Loretta Pleasant, August 1st, 1920 to October 4th, 1951, was an African-American woman whose cancer cells are the source of the hemophilia cell line, just like the article said. This is just me verifying it, ladies and gentlemen, because you know I like to do a double, triple source, because I can't believe everything that's on the internet, so I just got to do my cross-reference. The first immortalized human cell line, and one of the most important cell lines in the medical research. An immortalized cell line reproduces indefinitely under specific conditions, and the helical line continues to be a source of invaluable medical data to the present day. But now, this lady has contributed so much to research. And now, because of this company, we're not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to point them out. I haven't done a video like this in a while, but this needs to be said. The Thermo Fisher Scientific Biotech Company. Yeah. So these are the people that were responsible for stealing and harvesting this lady's cells that contributed so much to the scientific world. In the 1950s, and you think they were going to pay? Maybe they're going to let them know about all this side? No, ladies and gentlemen. This is the secrecy I'm trying to explain and to show people. You think people that have a gain over you or can profit over you is really going to want to share that wealth? This is a multi-billion-dollar company, ladies and gentlemen. I can't make this up. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. I mean, look at this, man. Right there. Oh my God. And they're in Denver. Yo, this is crazy. And they're in Denver. But do you see, when it comes to, how can I explain this, greed that I see that most of the human race has? These people were profiting off these ladies' cells that did so much, saved so many people. To this day, her cells are still being used. And these people waited 70 years to give this lady's family contribution, as you see here. And now, without further ado, I want to show you the video before I continue that made me start looking into this lady. And here's the video here.
Henrietta Lacks has reached a settlement with a biotech company accused of profiting off her immortal cell line. Lacks died of cancer in 1951. Back then, doctors took some of her cancer cells without her or her family's consent. Those cells have been used in countless medical breakthroughs. The Lacks family says it has waited 70 years for justice.
I can think of no better present on what would have been Henrietta Lacks' 103rd birthday than to give her family some measure of respect for Henrietta Lacks, some measure of dignity for Henrietta Lacks.
That was attorney Benjamin Crump. The term.
Wow. That's all I have to say. It's just wow. So they finally got contributions, and I am thankful for that. I will say that. I will say that's one good thing I guess I can see that comes out of this story. Well, me learning about this Black African lady that did so much for the human race going forward to this day. There's something about, and this goes to history now. You know me and my history, I like to connect the dots for you guys. If you do your research, there's something about these females. The Egyptians, the Greeks, the Romans, antiquity honored and deified the female. I mean, for instance, it's just so plain to say to everybody. I know I'm gonna get some people that are gonna look at me and be like, how did you get here? How did you, watching this video, male or female, how did you come to this earth, into this physical realm? You came through a woman, of course. Plain. And name someone out there that says that they did otherwise. I'd like to know. But so you can see this and why they deified the female, because they seen it as they were the ones that brought in the materialistic form of the male or female. It was the mother, the female aspect. And they deified her as a goddess. If you know about Isis, I won't get too much. If you look at her headdress, you see that it's a throne, a seat. Who sits at the throne? The king. And if you know anything about Isis, she was the one that chose the king. She was the propagator for that. She held the power. It was more of a matriarchal society instead of a patriarchal society that we have today that's been going crazy. I mean, you all see it. I don't have to say anything about the news. I mean, you all see what's going on. But don't want to get too much in this, but far-fetched, because I want to just lay the facts and just put all my attention on this lady. But wow, ladies and gentlemen, this blew my mind. And I have another video coming out. I was doing some research, but then this came across my screen and the news, and I was just like, I have to do a video. I have to. This is just crazy, because you're not going to see this really being pushed, and they're not going to have this on the front line on the news. No, it's just going to just come and go. That's how it is nowadays with information. There's just so much information coming and going. It's really hard to freaking catch everything and to straight into one thing. But anywho, what do you guys think about this lady being her first cells were being cloned and being used for so many medical applications, to HIV, to polio, even to the coronavirus. Oh yeah, even to the coronavirus, as you'll see here. Like I said, another article right here, so you guys know the Huff Puff. Let's go down. I'm going to highlight it. I tell you, cross-reference, people. Tissues taken from the Black woman's tumors before she died of cervical cancer became the first human cell to be successfully cloned. You guys all see that, but what they failed to say is right here, which I want to highlight. Oh, for sure. I got to highlight this. Including the development of the polio vaccine, which I talked about earlier, genetic mapping, and even COVID-19 vaccines. I mean, come on. Look how important this lady is. This just blew my mind. And if anybody is into reading this and watching this video, if your mind isn't blown, and if you don't feel anything about this, I just don't know what to say. But don't want to get too long in this video. I just wanted to show you all this and just the greed that I just see with these companies that they do. And do you think they disclosed the information as you see in the video that they didn't? They're not going to disclose it, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll let you take a guess how much. she's worth. But anywho, what do you guys think about this? Let's get in the comment section. Let's talk about this, because like I said, we all know this isn't going to be brought in the forefront. But more videos will be dropping soon. Like I said, I was working on a video, but I didn't get distracted. I'm really happy I was able to see this, because it just goes to show there's something about these African-American females. I'm telling you, especially the female deity, but there's something about them that's special. And this is proof. Anywho, thank you all for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.